Hey guys, Mike the Gaming Dad here, bringing you part 2 of my fishing guide, and if you watched part 1 we covered off things like the basics of fishing and how weather, location and time of day can impact fishing. We also covered off 2 of the 3 advanced rods, which are shown here, the Alchemy rod and the Argonian rod. I'll start off part 2 by showing you how to complete the set and obtain the Dwarven fishing rod. So at this stage we are with Varia and have started the next quest you receive after obtaining the Alchemy fishing rod from her. And this is quest 7 from her, 6 is where you get the rod. And we have a few more quests to complete before we get the Dwarven fishing rod. I think it's 11 in total, so let's start with Tusked Terror. All these quests are very different by the way, so I'll show parts of them. And this one we have to lure a giant hawker out called Fangtusk that's been terrorising the fishermen of Windhelm. Here he is, he's truly huge as well, I mean look at the size of this beast. It also seems to be casting Drain Life as well. Let's take this beast down. After inspecting it we find this vampiric ring, which is one of the new unique items that comes with fishing and was the source of Fangtusk's ability to drain life. I'm guessing it may be a vampire judging by what else is in here. Quest number 8 from Varia sends you to Markarth to teach a young woman named Linnea how to fish, and this one's really simple. All you have to do is reel in 3 catches at the Markarth waterfall to complete the quest. Now I caught 3 salmon. I don't know if it's set that that's what you'll always reel in. And Linnea seems pretty happy with her private lesson, that she gives you another unique item, Linnea's Amulet of Dibella. And let's take a look. And this will increase your speechcraft and your stamina. I think that's our 4th unique fishing item, to go with the vampiric ring we just got, plus the ring of surroundings and warlock's ring we got in part 1. Quest 9 is also super simple. You need to track down an overturned Khajiit trading cart on the road in the Reach. And when you find it, you need to fish up Resad's lost bottles of aged Flynn. I'm not sure what Flynn is, but I'm guessing it's pretty important to Resad. When you have the 3 bottles, find Resad on the road. I find it easier just to walk to him. Fast travelling can be annoying with the caravans as they move around the map.
Excellent. And now, please, accept this token of appreciation.
He'll then give you another unique item, the Ring of Khajiit, which makes you move faster and cast a spell Hide, which is like invisibility but an apprentice level spell rather than expert level. It only lasts for 15 seconds rather than 30, but its magic cost is like 1/9 at level 15, which is good. Quest 10 is the Ultimate Feast. Now this is probably the hardest of the lot, not because it's difficult, but because one of the ingredients I find really annoying to get. You basically need to prepare 3 meals for Gisli in Solitude. Meal 1 is quite simple. Leeks and potatoes are readily available anywhere, like Whiterun Market for free if you've helped Carlotta. Ingredient 3 is garlic, and you should be able to get this from Arcadia the Alchemist. She sometimes will sell it. Let's have a look. Yep, she does. And lastly we need crab meat. Sorry little dude. We can also get some crab's legs for the next dish as well, the worst one. So here is the crab stew. Let's cook this up. I've not shown this, but the ingredient is butter. I had to go around about 7 of the innkeepers just to find one of these. I don't know why it's so rare. Anyway, combine this with the crab's legs for dish 2. And then finally for dish 3, travel up to Pilgrim's Trench. And here you want to catch an Arctic char. And then just combine this with salt and you're done. Now go serve up your feast at the Winking Skeever. Once Gisli has taken her seat, you need to wait an hour. And you can fast forward to do this, you don't literally need to just stand there staring at each other, which might be a bit weird. I mean look, she's literally just side-eyeing me. The tension. Anyway, after an hour you get this rather nice note and a tip. And now finally quest 11, which is where we get the Dwarven rod, beneath Bronze Waters. So firstly head to Bronzewater Cave, and outside will be a fisherman's journal which belongs to a fisherman named Faldarin, who's trying to work out how to operate the machines outside Bronzewater Cave. He mentions a Dwarven rod schematic in Alftand, so that's where we're heading. Now when you get to Alftand, it's not the normal entrance we need if you're completing, is it Discerning the Transmundane and Elder Knowledge you come here for. That entrance there, not that one. You want the Ruined Tower entrance down near the bottom. So time for some classic Skyrim cliff jumping. And then you want to go down through this door. You don't have to travel far inside before you get the schematic here on this table. And once you have it, just bring this to Calcemo, and he will agree to make you the rod.
Thank you so much.
Once he does, just head outside and wait 24 hours.
Of course.
And now you'll have the third advanced rod, the Dwarven Rod. And you do need this to complete this quest, so go back to Bronzewater Cave and fish up 2 Ethereum Dynamo cores. And once you have them, pop them into the 2 machines. And then this will raise up the structure in the lake and complete quest 11. And for your troubles you get 2 more unique items, the War Axe of Freezing and the War Axe of Fire, along with some other random stuff. Now I will get onto the use for the Dwarven Rod soon, but next I wanted to show you where to catch the rare fish in Skyrim, and you can do this alongside the final quest from Swims in Deep Water, or on its own. And there are 4 fish in total, and you'll need the Argonian and Alica rods for this that we got at the end of part 1. And the fish are the Angelfish, the Angler, the Lyre-tail Antheus and the Scorpion Fish. So first off I'll show you the Lyre-tail Antheus, and we're at Crabber's Shanty, southwest of Morthal. Now this fish can be caught with the Alica rod in temperate streams and rivers. It doesn't need to be this exact location by the way, any river will do as long as it's not classified as freezing waters. So let's give this a go. And here it is. You'll know any rare fish or item by the way by that sound. And this is a beautiful fish. And the next fish I'll show you is the Angelfish. And this fish also requires the Alica rod, but this time in temperate lakes. So here we are at the edge of Lake Ilinata in Falkreath. There are quite a few fishing spots around this location, I think it's 5 in total. And here is the Angelfish. Now there is another easy way of getting this fish which I'll show you. A bit further south, directly east from Falkreath, is Ancestor Glade. This is one of my favourite locations actually. This quest is quite an important location towards the end of the Dawnguard questline. You come here to read the Elder Scroll using the Ancestor Moths after the Moth Priest is blinded. Such a beautiful location. Anyway, head down to the bottom and you want to just dive into the water where the waterfall is. And in here will be quite a few different fish. Here are the 2 Angelfish. There is also 3 Spadefish and 3 Pygmy Sunfish, which should have been on the rare list I think. It's so elusive that last fish. And here's a closer look at our Angelfish. And the Pygmy Sunfish. I like the detailing on these by the way, really good job by the designers, they look very realistic. And lastly the Spadefish. Now the third fish on the list is going to be the Angler, and you need the Argonian rod for this. So let's head back to Pilgrim's Trench, and this is the location where you can catch this fish. And here it is, ugly looking one this one. And the final one is the Scorpion Fish, and we're at Darkfall Cave, which is directly south of Castle Volkahir. Now this fish can be found in fishing spots within caves apparently, but this is by far the easiest way of getting one. So it's kind of cheating as we're not using the rod, but hey ho. So just inside the entrance is this waterfall, and if you dive into the water here you should find 2 of these. And there's usually another type of fish in here that are at the bottom as well. Where are you? Now here's one, the tripod spiderfish. And here's a closer look at your scorpion fish and the tripod spiderfish. If you get these fish alongside the quest, when you return with them you'll get another unique item, which is a Fang of Hay-Necht-Namet. Rolls off the tongue. And this is a weapon, a dagger in fact, which is enchanted with shock damage. So I think at this stage we have 8 of the unique items included in the fishing DLC. We had 9 but the lucky hat I gave back to Swims in Deep Water, which you don't need to do by the way, you could lie and say you didn't find it. So we have the Fang and the 2 Dwarven Axes. We also have Linea's Amulet of Dibella, the Ring of Khajiit, the Ring of Surroundings, the Vampiric Ring and the Warlock's Ring, and I think there are 6 more we haven't found. I haven't shown you quest 12 from Varia, where we go and fight more mud crabs and one enormous emperor crab. That was fun. but quest 13 is her final one.
Looks like that's it.
Eventually the courier will give you a letter, and this starts end of the line, a simple quest where you need to collect some building materials for Varia, firewood, nails, fittings and so on. Once she has all the stuff that she needs, wait 24 hours and then meet her in Riften Marketplace, and she'll give you the next unique item, which is Varia's Charm, and this grants increased armor points, plus the ability to swim underwater without drowning. Now the final 5 unique items, and I think it is 5, are all best found with the Dwarven Rod. The rod triples the chance of finding rare treasure from I think it's 3% to 9%, so it's not technically needed, but unless you've got tons of time and patience on your side, you're going to want to use it. Oh wow, I didn't expect that. My first attempt and we've dragged one up. Okay, so this one is the Ring of Kinnereth, and this does the same thing as the Lucky Fishing Hat actually, the one I'd given back to Swims in Deep Water. So if like me you gave it back, you might want this one. It changes the weather to rainy when fishing in lakes and streams, which is kinda neat as some fish you need rainy weather to catch them. I don't think you technically need to move around, I think you could just pick up all the items in the same location, but I moved around as it felt more lore friendly. And at this location near Whiterun I picked up another one up, this time the Ring of Finaster, which increases your resistance to magic, shock and poison by 20%. Magic and shock, that's weird. So is that 20% to fire and frost but 40% to shock, because shock is magic? I don't know, I might need to look that one up. You might also get rare treasure that isn't one of the unique items by the way, as I'll show here. I don't think I mentioned that in either guide yet. The 3 rings I've not pulled up are the Mentor's Ring, which reduces all spell cost by 10%, the Den Stagma's Ring, which improves shock, fire and frost resistance by 20%, and the Ring of the Wind, which improves movement by 15%, which I think I want for my survival mode playthrough. But yeah, I think those 3 rings, plus all the other items I've gone through, is a full and complete list of unique items that you can obtain through fishing. I got excited here, but I only pulled up an enchanted helmet, which is a shame. And that's it for part 2 of my guide to fishing, covering off how to get the Dwarven Rod, rare fish locations and where to get all the unique items. I hope you enjoyed this guide and found it useful. My next video I'll be doing another build guide which I'm looking forward to starting. This is Mike the Gaming Dad, see you next time.